Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Malonemua. For those of you that don't know, if it is your first time at my channel, thank you so much for watching this video. And if it is not your first time, thank you so much for coming back. So today I wanted to sit down and film a tutorial / review and first impressions on the new Mannymua Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette. As you can see, the outside is absolutely gorgeous. Ugh, I can't get over how beautiful like this holographic palette. Oh my gosh, I love the way the outside looks. So as you can see, the front of the palette has Manny's eyes and Life's a Drag, and the back of the palette says Lunar Beauty, and then also says Life's a Drag on the back. The inside of the palette, as you can see, it has 14 shades. So these 6 are more neutral. You have 2 of your shimmer shades, and then you have 6 bright colored shadows as well. I think the fact that there is a mirror is awesome. It has this beautiful gold around it that almost looks like an old like mirror, like antique kind of mirror, if that makes sense. And then it says be a queen right here, which I think is so adorable. But anyways, if you do want to see what I think of this palette and the pigmentation, the eyeshadows in general, then make sure you keep watching this video, because I'm not going to give you a spoiler alert right now and say that I like it or I don't. You have to watch the video. Also, don't forget to go follow me over on Instagram. My name is @Malonemua, just like here on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you see videos whenever I post them. Hit that little bell notification so you get notified whenever I post a video. Give this video a thumbs up. And comment down below, let me know what you guys think of this look, what kind of looks you guys want to see with this palette, and let me know if you guys are going to purchase this palette as well. Okay guys, and without further ado, I'm gonna stop babbling. Let's go ahead and jump right on in to the tutorial / review / first impressions using the new Mannymua Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette. Okay, cool. So now that we are all zoomed in and up close and personal on my face, as you can see, I have already done my brows. They need a little bit of tweaking, but we'll do that at the end. And I've also primed my lids. I just went in with the MAC Select Cover Up Concealer, and this one is in NW15, and I just coated my lids in that, and then I set it down with a translucent powder as well. So now we're gonna go ahead and go in with the Mannymua Life's a Drag palette from Lunar Beauty. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. This palette is so bomb. I'm so excited. I can hardly wait. I have not touched this palette yet. I haven't done a single thing, girl. I have not swatched. I have not done anything. So I am so excited to see what the heck this palette is gonna do on these eyes. So of course I'm going to incorporate some color into today's look because there is some bomb colorful shades in this palette, but I am gonna do a little bit neutral, I think, on top, and I really wanna do a cut crease, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna stop babbling. I know I do it a lot, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the tutorial, so let's go ahead, open our freaking palette. Wow. Also, I'm wondering how this brush is going to work. It did come with this little brush. There's a packing brush on the one side and then a blending brush on the other. So we are going to try out this brush and see if the brush works well compared to like a Sigma brush, because Sigma brushes are what I usually use on my eyes. So I am gonna compare it and see what brush works best. Okay, cool. So to start off the look, I'm gonna be going in with the shade Sickening, which is just this super neutral shade right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and stick that in the crease, and I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M433 to do so. And I am just tapping into this shadow. I wanna show you guys as I tap into it, there is not a lot of fallout. That's bomb. Like usually on some palettes, it's like fallout central, but no, girl, this palette, like, no, there's like no fallout at all. That was incredible. Way to go, Manny. I see you. Okay, so I'm just gonna start blending this one right into that crease. So far, there is some pretty good pigmentation in this palette. I would compare it pretty close to a Morphe shadow, like the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, where it's just great pigmentation and the shadows seem to be blending very easily. So far I do like the eyeshadow. Then again, I've only used one. This is just the first one, but so far I do really like it. And I'm gonna drag this shadow out because we are gonna do a cut crease. And so I want to drag that shadow all the way out. Okay, cool. So next up, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the shade Snatched, which is just this super bomb, there. super bum burgundy shade. I'm living for this color. It is just calling my name. So I'm gonna take the Lunar Beauty actual brush, the blending brush side, and I am going to dip into that. And once again, like no fallout at all. I am living for the amount of fallout in this palette. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take that and I'm gonna start blending that right into the crease as well. I, of course, am gonna keep it quite a bit lower than the shade that we just put down. Ooh, yes. Oh my gosh, this is pigmented. And so far the brush is not bad at all. I was expecting it to be a little bit worse, I would say. It is a little stiff, but I think it's a perfect blending brush for getting right into the crease of that eye. I'm actually loving how well this is blending out. I feel like it is doing such a good job of blending. Like this brush did very well and these eyeshadows are blending like a dream. So far, I am really, really loving the eyeshadows in this palette. Next up, I'm gonna be going in with the shade Trade, which is right here in the palette, and it is just more of like a deep reddish brown. And I'm gonna take that on a Sigma Blending E36 brush. So I'm just gonna dip into that one as well. Still very minimal fallout. That is so bomb. This one I think has a little bit more fallout than the other one did, but not bad at all. So I'm just gonna take this right into that crease, very, very like deep in the crease. And I'm just gonna go back and forth in windshield wiper motions. I really wanna keep the most depth right in that crease. And then I, of course, am going to drag it out as well. That way it has the same effect as the inner part of the eye on the outer corner where it goes from deep up until like light and blends out. So now that we have all that shadow packed into the crease, the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go in and cut the crease with concealer. So I'm gonna be going in with this Cover FX concealer brush, and I'm just going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going with a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna coat the brush, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm just going to cut the crease and drag it all the way out. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to pack a shadow on top of that concealer just to set it down. So I'm gonna be going in with just the bright white in the palette, which is the shade Cake Face right here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with a Sigma Cream Color E58 brush. And I'm just gonna go into this one. So this one has a little bit more fallout than the other ones, but I mean, it's white, so it's probably a lot harder to make as a shadow, so not mad about it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set down that concealer with this white shade. Okay, so I will say that that white was not as pigmented as I was hoping for it to be. I think the white probably so far is the least pigmented out of any of the shades. I do have a white just like that in my P. Louise palette, and I do think that is a lot more pigmented and it just comes off a lot better. The white in the P. Louise one is a little bit more patchy, I would say, but it has more pigment to it, if that makes sense. So this one, I wish that this white would have a little bit more pigment to it. Okay, so next up, I'm just gonna be going in with the shade Campy, which is just this bright yellow shade right here in the palette. I think I'm actually gonna go in with a smaller, more detailed brush for this, but I'm gonna take that yellow and I just wanna pack it right on the lid, but I want it to be like a yellow faded to that white. So I'm not gonna take over the whole lid. I'm just gonna put it like on the lid. I'll show you. It'll make sense when I do it. Okay, so I'm just starting by packing it in the center. Holy frick. That is the most pigmented yellow I have ever put on my eye in my whole life. Oh my Lanta. Oh my gosh. I am living. Can I bathe in this yellow? Oh my gosh. Next up, I'm gonna be going in with eyeliner, and I do want to do a wing, so I'm just gonna go in with my Ciate London Starstruck eyeliner pen, and I'm gonna go ahead and create a winged liner. Okay, so I don't care really how perfect that eyeliner is right now because I am gonna go in with the black shadow and I'm gonna smoke it out. And then I also am gonna go in with a makeup wipe and clean up the bottom. So right now, it's not the best that it probably could look, but it will get better. Trust me, it will get better. So I'm gonna be going in with the shade Shady from that palette, the shade Shady, which is just a matte black, and that does not have a ton of fallout either, girl. And I'm gonna take it on a Sigma waterline liner E17 brush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start to blend that black shadow right above. I'm like doing a pack and blend, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna pack it and then blend it out right on top of that winged liner. And this really is just gonna give it a really cool smoky effect. So now we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna go in with a makeup wipe and just clean up all of that fallout and the wing liner to make it more sharp. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do a glitter line right where that cut crease is. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow, and this is in Kitten Karma. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take that on this tiny little brush. This is by My Brush Set, and it is a Precise Eyeliner Precise Eyeliner brush. This headband is falling off, yo. Walmart, you are playing me right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a little bit of that glitter on this brush, and I'm gonna run that right where that crease is cut. Cool, so as you can see, that just added a super fun little glitter line just to make it even more bomb. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do mascara on that eye. I decided I was only gonna do one eye with today's look, and then I'm gonna do the other eye off camera as well as my face, just because my videos are always so long and I'm trying to shorten them up for you guys so you don't feel like you have to sit here for 30 minutes to watch one of my videos. I know, it's a little ridiculous, but I'm trying to shorten them up, so I'm just gonna do one eye and then I'll do the other eye and my face off camera, and then I'll be back and we'll do some final touches. But I am going in with some mascara now. I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. And I am just quickly going to coat my lashes in this, and then we will go in and put falsies on. One thing I will say about this palette that I wish that it had is I wish that it had a bright shimmer shade, like one that I could use on the brow bone or the inner corner or even as a highlight. I was really hoping that it would have a bright shimmery shade, but I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world. I just feel like every palette needs to have one of those, personally. That's just my personal opinion. And for lashes today, I'm going in with a random pair from the Halloween section of Walmart. So don't ask me which ones they are because I literally don't know. I lost the package forever ago, and I just have literally the lashes themselves. So I have no idea. Okay, cool. So now that this eye is done, I love the way that it looks so far. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go off camera. Oh, it's so weird having one lash on and one not. I feel like I can see out of this eye, and like this eye is like halfway shut. This is uber weird. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera and I'm gonna do my face, and then I also am going to do the other eye with the eyeshadow to match this one, and then we'll be right back to do some final touches. That way this video isn't 10 years long. Ooh, JK, but here we are back at it. Face is done, other eye is done. The look is coming together, looking bomb as ever. That rhymed. So next up, I need to go in and I need to do underneath my eyes because we have a lot going on above our eyes, but we don't have anything going on underneath. I want to use the brush that came in the palette, and I'm just going to use the other side, the packing brush side. Oh, I'm out of breath. Whew. This palette got me winded, girl. What if that became the new thing? Like instead of snatched, it was like winded? Like you can't breathe anymore? No? Dumb? All right, cool. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dip into the shade Pageant Queen from this palette, which is just this super bomb purple shade right here. And I'm gonna use this side of the brush. Now I'm just gonna dip into that shade, another beautiful shade. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I'm just gonna tap it off because I wanna make sure I don't get a bunch of fallout. And I am just going to buff that right underneath my lash line. Oh yes, honey, this is beautiful. This is so pigmented. Manny, you got me shook with the pigmentation on these bright colors. Oh my gosh, I love this purple. This is the prettiest purple eyeshadow I think I've ever used. It's so vibrant and electric. It's like a showstopper. So I am pretty much just buffing this underneath my lash line. Nothing special, just going back and forth, making sure that it is super blown out. Okay, now that I have that purple down, I'm gonna go in with the shade Snatched again from the palette. We used this on our upper lid, and I wanna use a little bit on the lower lid as well. So I'm just gonna dip into that, and then I'm gonna run that right underneath the eye a lot closer. And this is just gonna make more of like less bright purple, and it's gonna make like more of a deep wine color. And I want it to be like a nice gradual effect from like this deep wine color into that bright purple. Yes, oh my gosh, yes. Okay, now I am gonna drag that black onto the lower lash line as well, the shade Shady from the palette. And I'm just taking this on that same Sigma Waterline Liner. That is so hard to say. Waterline Liner E17 brush. And I'm just going to connect it to that wing liner and bring it in and really tight line my lower lash line with this. Whenever I do a wing liner and I do like a lot of eyeshadow, I like to connect the black underneath my eye as well. I just feel like it looks better when it's like a continuous thing, if you feel me. Okay, so last and final thing that we need to do is we clearly need to put some lips on because the eyes are bomb, the face, the highlight is bomb, but the lips are not bomb. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Frankie Rose Cosmetics liquid lipstick, and this is in Not So Good Girl. I figured that this lip would be super cute because it's kind of like a mauve color, but it has almost like a purpley undertone to it. So I don't know, I just feel like it'll look good. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the lips. You know what I hate? I hate when an applicator like this is too soft. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but like sometimes there's applicators like this and they're too soft, and when I put them on, they tickle my lips. I don't know if my lips are just ticklish, but it literally drives me crazy. It makes my whole skin crawl. My whole skin, it makes a girl's skin crawl. Okay, cool, lips are done. The look is complete. Oh my gosh, girl, I am obsessed. Alrighty guys, this is the finished look that I ended up coming up with. I hope that you guys love the way that it turned out. I think it is so bomb. I live for a good cut crease. You know me. So I love the way that this look turned out. I of course love the palette. I think that it is so good. There's not a whole lot of fallout in the shades, which I absolutely love. The pigmentation is there. The blendability is there. The one thing that I will say is I didn't love this white shade right here, Cake Face. I don't think that it is incredible. I know that whites are probably a little bit more difficult to make, but I do wish that the white was a little bit better than it is, but not a huge deal honestly for me. I do honestly wish also that there was a white shimmer shade that I could use on my brow bone or on my inner corner. I feel like that is a very important thing to put in every single palette, just my personal belief. So I do wish that they had that as well. I also wanted to show you guys though the size of this palette because I didn't show you the size of it in the beginning. So when I first ordered this palette, I figured that it would end up being the size of like an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, like the Prism palette or the Modern Renaissance. So I wanted to show you guys, I have the Modern Renaissance right here. So I wanted to show you guys the difference in size. So there's a very clear difference in size here. I thought that it was gonna be like this size, but this palette, when I first got it, I was like, it's huge. And it is, it's big. So just expect that if you are going to be getting this palette, it is quite a bit bigger than the Anastasia palettes, which is fine. I mean, it's obviously not as easy to travel with, but the fact that it has a mirror in it makes it really nice for traveling. So yeah, I overall think this palette is absolutely incredible. I also really liked the brush that comes with it, the Lunar Beauty brush. I think that this brush is actually probably one of the best brushes that I've ever used that has come in a palette. I think that like 80% of the time when I get a brush in a palette, I end up never using the brush again. I end up not liking it because I feel like they put so much work into the palette and then they kind of just randomly throw a brush in. But I feel like with this one, Manny definitely put some thought into the brush that he was going to put into this palette, and I absolutely appreciate that because I think that this brush is so great, and I absolutely will be using it again and again and probably again. So yeah guys, that is my review on this palette. I hope that you guys loved this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that bell notification and comment down below. Let me know if you guys liked this tutorial, if you guys are planning on purchasing this palette. Let me know all the things, all the fun stuff. I love to read the comments that you guys leave, and I love to just reply and have conversations with you guys. I think that it's so much fun interacting with you guys because without you, I probably wouldn't, no, guaranteed, I would not be doing these videos if it wasn't for you guys. So you are real ones. Okay guys, thank you so much again for watching this video. I love you so much and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.